So I'm just gonna play, watching my eyes go away, watching my eyes go away, watching my eyes go away.
Welcome back, YouTube family. Today we are coming with watermelon. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this one and kind of not wanting to do this one because I have a bad history with doing watermelon wine.
What?
I'm sorry. That's when I first started trying to get a watermelon wine done. To this very day, I have not got one. Well, technically I'm lying. I did get one, but I'll tell you the story about that another time. But I finally did a little bit more research, and I can see where I was probably going wrong back in the day when I was trying to attempt this one out of fresh fruit instead of buying the vintner's watermelon that comes up in the gallon jug, I believe, is a concentrate. But I never got a fresh watermelon to do what I needed to do. But after countless hours of research and time trying to figure out how I want to approach it, this is another one of those wines that's on YouTube. You can find it on many channels, City Steady and Do It Yourself Brewing. I mean, not Do It Yourself Brewing, Do It Yourself Fermentation, and a couple other the channels I do know, or actually some of the people I do know. But once again, this is my attempt and my I ain't gonna say twist, because it's not going to be too much of a twist. I'm probably just gonna go straight forward with what I'm going to do, and I'm going to explain that later on in the video. This might be a short one. It's nothing for me to really talk about other than this one would be a good one to drink during the summer.
Here it is, a brew slightly transformed.
Obviously, we're going to keep the ABV between 10 and 13, so I'm probably going to be using 2 pounds of sugar for this one. I don't have the sugar out right now because I'm not too sure what I want to go with, but obviously I'm going to put it up in the ingredient list, and I'm going to also have it later on up in the video to show you what you guys what sugar I went with for this one. But it's probably going to be either white sugar or raw cane sugar. You know, I like to do a little something. But also, guys, a lot of people don't like dealing with these culprits sitting in front of me because they think it's chemicals, but a lot of people have already talked about this. Like I said, you can find it on other channels. It's not really too much to say chemicals, because some of this is natural that you find up in food. It's just synthesized or synthesized. Yeah, tongue twisted right there for a minute.
Are you stupid or something?
Kind of say process to put it in a form that we can use in different things in daily life. But for this one, we're going to use I want to go with 64 ounces of juice with a top off of another 64 ounces of water. But that might be off a little bit as far as the volume of water and sugar, because of course once I put the sugar in, that's going to displace some of that water. But anyway, we're going to be topping the juice that we get off from the watermelon from this. And with that being said, we are going to be using peptic enzyme, and we're going to be using acid blend, and we're going to be using wine tannin. For each of these things, they do have the directions on the packs for how much needs to be used. For peptic enzyme, it's half a teaspoon. For acid blend, I also believe it's half a teaspoon. And for the wine tannin, it's half a teaspoon. Each of them are per a gallon. So we are going to be using all of this. And I have some clearing biofine up in the refrigerator. We're going to use that later when we're clearing this, but it's not going to be covered up in this video. We're just going through the regular process like I normally do, but that's something else that can help clear other than the peptic enzyme. And we're going to be using this potato masher right here to squish up all this nice fresh juice that we have up in here. And we're going to, like I said, I'm going to cut it in half. I believe half would be enough to give us 64 inches, 64 ounces of juice. And like I said, the water right here in the back for the top off. And this time we're going to just be using a hydrometer and our pitcher with our spoon to mix everything up. But guys, we're going to get into this process and we'll be right back. So guys, as you see, we roughly have about 2 pounds of sugar. So I was going with the raw cane sugar. As you can see, I guess you can kind of see by the grains that this is raw cane sugar. But I'm just going to make up that ounce or so, 1.4 ounces with white sugar. I mean, it ain't no big deal. I can just go with this if I want, but I'll just do that to make it all even for you guys or whatever. But next we're gonna take the water and put it up in our pot. Okay guys, so you see that we went with the raw cane sugar. So now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get this water open. And I'm going to use 32 ounces of water and take those 32 ounces and put it up in our pot. We're going to bring that up to a boil and then mix in our sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool overnight. I had a few errands that I had to run and get taken care of, but like I said, I'm gonna go ahead, set my stove up to high so we can get it to a quick boil. Go ahead and put the water in. And like I said, as soon as we put that in, and I done got water all over my scale, but it's all good, ain't nothing but water. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get that water going, take our sugar, put it up in the pot, stir it up, and we're gonna let it cool overnight. The purpose for this is I don't want to put hot water in with the watermelon juice when I get to it, guys, because I don't want my juice to spoil. Even though we're doing it as quick as possible, I don't want it to spoil. That's another reason why I didn't go ahead and put the what you want to say, I didn't go ahead and put the dang, I done lost my thought. Go ahead and cut the watermelon. I'm sorry. It's like it's been a long day. But like I said, I didn't cut the watermelon up yet because I want this to cool down. And like I said, when this cool down, we're gonna mix it in our pitcher right here with the watermelon juice. And like I said, and whatever the difference is from the water and the watermelon juice, we're gonna top up with the water right here. Okay, so now our water has come to a boil. We're gonna go ahead and cut that off. And we're gonna go ahead and add the 2 pounds of sugar. And if you can see that white at the top, that's just to show you that's that white sugar that I made up for the difference. And I know I don't do a lot of conversions or whatever, but I know some people don't have a scale. So 2 pounds of sugar is roughly 4 cups. It might be a little bit more, but in general about 4 cups of sugar. 3 pounds is like 6 cups, and 1 pound is like roughly around 2 cups. And you can keep going on and on like that. But we're gonna go ahead and grab the spoon and stir this on up till we get the sugar completely dissolved. And I'm doing this with one hand and it's moving off of the stove. So we're gonna go ahead and get this mixed up, y'all, completely dissolved. And like I said, this is going to cool off, and we'll add it into the juice tomorrow when we finish up the rest of this process for making our watermelon wine. A few more little tips and tidbits that I have for you guys, but like I said, in the meanwhile, I'll get right back to you. Guys, like I said, we go cut into this watermelon and we're gonna wind up sectioning it. And you can do this different ways. Just be safe because you're using this knife. Well, not this knife, but you're using a sharp knife. So you kind of got to be careful the way you cut this watermelon, so that way you don't wind up slicing your finger or anything. But basically, like I said, what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut all of this out. Basically cut this in sections like this. We don't want too much of the white part right here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you on the camera. We don't want too much of this part or whatever, the rind. We don't want that. We want more of this dark flesh right here to get us some nice sweet juice out of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish chopping this up, and we're gonna move on to the next step. 64 ounces worth of juice. And see, look how pretty that color is. That watermelon color is. Now, as pretty as that color is, unfortunately, the wine is not going to keep it. For some reason, that I guess the sediment or whatever drops out of watermelon and it becomes like almost a color like our sugar right here, but lighter. So I don't know, I might cheat in the end, but we go see how this comes out. And the little cheat is simple. Some of y'all might get mad what I do, but hey, it's a hobby. You do what you want to do at home. But I like this color, and I'm going to see if I can imitate it up in the end. But right now, what I'm going to do is take our simple syrup that we had basically left out last night to cool, because like I said, you don't want this watermelon juice to sit. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to put the camera down, but let me pour it right in right quick. Okay, so we got that poured in. Like our color, as you see, didn't change too much. But right now we're at probably like right around 112 ounces. But I'm going to top this up to 128. And I'm putting it at a gallon, guys. I know we're going to lose some of this. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to fill it out. I mean, not fill it out, fill it up maybe 4 more ounces. So that way when I rack this, we can get 4 nice bottles out of this. So I think that's what I might do. It might drop our ABV just a little bit, but shouldn't be that much or whatever. And there you go. Like I said, it shouldn't be that much. So we topped it up maybe about 4 ounces of water or whatever. But yeah, and man, it smells just like watermelon, guys. It smells just like watermelon. Nice, fresh. That right when you cut into a watermelon, you can smell that sweetness, that just that summertime greatness. But yeah, anyway, like I said, let me mix this up. We're gonna put it up in the hydrometer that we have right here. And we go ahead and get us a measurement. See what we got on this ABV. Okay guys, we are just about done. Now we're on the last step of this process, as you always see, where I say add yeast, airlock, and bung, allowed to ferment 5 to 7 days until fermentation is complete. But I just want to say, for this part, it's just like I always tell you up in the ingredients or the description or something like that. You can use what you want. You can mix some of this stuff up. But when we say the acid or the tannin, you can use, like say, tea bags, black tea for your tannin. And you can use 1 to 2. It's not going to change the flavor. It just helps give more mouthfeel. Now this is also for you guys that be like, I don't want to use any of this stuff when we get to it, but want to keep it all natural, as y'all say. Or maybe if you can't buy it or find it, you can easily always get this from the grocery store, so it's no big deal. And for this, we are using 1 bag. Well, we did use the one, no, we're not using the 1 bag of black tea. But if you were to use it for this one, you're going to use 1 or 2 bags of black tea and ½ an ounce of lemon juice. You can get the organic lemon juice, you can get whatever lemon juice that they have out there, whatever you prefer to use. You can do whatever you like, whatever you want. You can also use regular lemon. Now this would take the place of your acid, which is over here, like I said, when we get to it. Also, well, I'm gonna skip this for right now because we'll just go ahead and go over to this. Now, when it says acid, you have a basic acid blend. I'm keeping it old school. As far as the acid blend contains citric, malic, and tartaric acid. It's pretty much even proportions. So your wine, when you make it, when you get more into it and want to go more into depth as far as bringing out a certain twang or a brightness or, you know, flavor, you can get into knowing what each one of these does, but or do, should I say. So that time for you guys will come eventually, or maybe, like I say, you the guys that just like to keep it simple. But we're gonna throw in, like I said, probably half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon of that. And this is the wine tannin. When people say tannin, which help with the mouthfeel of your wine, but it says balances low tannin wines and acids, and aids in clarification. I'm sorry, but this I'm not gonna say the equivalent, but technically the equivalent of doing this as far as adding mouthfeel into your wine. And that's pretty much the difference. You can cross this up. You can use this with that. You can use this with that. You can do whatever you like, guys. I keep saying that because everybody likes to be anal. You always see comments up in other YouTube videos and everything. Oh, but I did it this way and I did it that way. I keep saying it over and over again. It's your wine. Do it however you want. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to be like City Steading or anybody out there doing the most man-made mead, wood, and anybody else out there that does these videos or whatever. You can do whatever you like. Do it how you want to do it or whatever. Or if you're new to the game and you just want to do something and follow any one of our recipes, follow my recipe or whatever, I'm just giving you the breakdown. But as we go into the yeast, guys, like I said, this is the different yeast. I don't know if you can see it too well up in my lighting. I am getting some more lighting set up, but this is different yeast. For this one, I'm going to use this RC212, like I told you before. At least I thought I told you before, but yeah, I'm going to use the RC212. Yeast does different things unbelievably. They add different tastes, different flavor profiles, different aroma profiles. So mix it up. Even though I'm using that one, you can use any one of these that you see. You can use bread yeast if you want. You can use anything you like. I'm also, for the peptic enzyme right back here, we're using a half teaspoon of that. That's to help in aid in clearing our brew up, but it's optional. You don't even have to add that if you don't want to or whatever. But I just wanted to touch base on that. Like I said, I didn't want to be too long, and I know this is supposed to be a simple video, but I also like to add little tips here and there to show you what I do or whatever, so you won't get confused, or you know, you won't go on a rant and be like, well, what? He does this and he does that. Like I said, it's my channel. I do what I like and I do what I want, and I just want you guys to enjoy yourselves and do what you like and do what you want. But anyway, let's knock this out. We're going to add our tannin, our acid blend, peptic enzyme right there up in the back, and our yeast to finish this off. And that's going to be it, guys. And I'm just going to give you the snapshot or the little clip to show you how it looked after I put it up in this cardboard back here and add our bung that we have missing. But anyway, thank you guys for watching up to this far. Thank you for all the subs. Like I told you once before, we're on the road to 1,000 and we're getting close. Whatever, we're still a little stretch away, but like I say, anybody that's subscribed to the channel, I really appreciate you guys. Anybody that would like to subscribe to the channel, that would really be appreciated. Once again, I love you guys. Thank you for sitting on the dock of the bay with your boy, and I'll see you for the next video. We out. Peace.
So I'm just gonna probably watching my